Hello, fringers. The following podcast may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, fringers. Welcome back. We had another quick little break there. Welcome back to the party. We're glad to see ya. Howdy, programmers and users. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12 of Neon Trails, an Identico actual play. I am your game runner, the Caleb G. Please be advised that Neon Trails contains mature themes and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener, words are hard. Discretion is advised. It's been a day, y'all. Our daily horrible descent into kakistocracy-led fascism continues, but so do we. I hope you're all being safe and coping in the best ways you can. Any and every act of defiance, no matter how small, is a worthwhile endeavor, and that's what we're here to do, to make some space for joy and peace in this darkest timeline. So let's say hello to our crew. Who knows? That's a big door. First up, Biodigital Jazz, man. It's Mallo playing Sam.
Cyberpunk way of speaking French, so door open.
Next up, you can't steal something that's designed to be given away for free. It's Wild playing B.
I love that you know me so well. Also, wouldn't you just speak Choom and enter?
That was part of the joke.
I know. Yes, hello.
We're on it with the improv tonight. Come on, yeah. Yes, and no but.
However, thus. Let's make up some new ones. It is amazing how productive doing nothing can be. It is Pete playing Dog.
Thank you for that. Doing nothing. Happy to be here doing something. Yes, and.
Next up, a digital frontier to reshape the human condition. It is Lauren playing Drall.
But will I use it for evil? No, spread the love. The love, please. Give me some of that. Give me. Okay, I give some back, though.
And he is about to knock on the sky and listen to the sound. That is Ethan playing Mox.
That was deep, man. That was deep.
Yeah. Sometimes, every once in a while. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Identico is live every other Tuesday on twitch.tv/Identico with episodes of Neon Trails at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to catch up on previous shows, episode archives, and other content is available over at youtube.com/Identico. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave us some comments to appease the algorithms. Follow us on your socials. Look for us at Identico and at Humanoid Games on whatever social media platform you are using. Visit playidentico.com where you can read the basic core rules for free, find the newest module, The Dark of the Divine, pick up books, stickers, and other merch to support that show. Our show, this show, all the shows. If you're live with us on Twitch right now, hi, hello, we love you, welcome. Be sure to spend those channel points. We did a lot of rolling last time. I'm sure we'll be doing some at some point soon. I think we got some talking coming up. We'll figure it out. Thanks for being here. Do not forget to check out show sponsors More Eggs Dice for your super slick dice resin needs, and our new show sponsor Norse Foundry for your tabletop gaming accessories. They have dice made from every imaginable substance, including plushies. That's cool. Probably doesn't roll that well, but it's fun. And a wide range of accessories such as dice trays and storage tools. They have fun goodies like mystery bags and candles. Check them out at norsefoundry.com. Mallo, do you have anything else to add tonight?
Also check out our other show sponsor, Hexwood Forge, and they've got a lot of great fun accessories and tabletop accoutrement as well. And they're actually running a sale right now on my favorite product from them. It's the Combat Risers. You know, Identico is kind of a 3D game with your robs and planes and everything hovering and stuff like that in the city. And those are really cool. Like, they snap together and then they build up, and then you can put your mini on top of them and stuff like that. So they're running a sale on them right now. So go check them out as well. They're really cool people. We met them at Emerald City Comic Con and hit it off immediately. So go support another small business out there, because Lord knows we need enough of them around. Please and thank you.
And with all of that taken care of, let's start the show.
Look alive, Fringers. It's 2099 and we are live and loud in the underground. From the streets to the scar. Keep your chip hidden, your gun loaded, and never trade your soul for souls. Turn it up and let them know Big Brother is watching. Time to put on a show.
Last time on Neon Trails. In an impressive 4-way split, the crew had adventures all over the Kingslayer. Up in the VIP suite of the Fixers, Frederick Lebon and Jackal, B crashed into the room and was immediately tackled to the ground by Jackal's canine drones. In the hallway leading to the suite, Drall's security guard escort responded to the intrusion, but was quickly dismissed by Lebon. Drall entered the suite, attempting to continue her ruse, but Lebon saw right through it. They all sat down for a conversation. In the arena, Sam continued to dominate the Rover Rumble and command the audience's attention. As she faced down her 4 remaining competitors, a quick and deadly brawl erupted. She took a few hits, but brutally eliminated 2 foes, which led to the concession of the remaining 2. Sam emerged victorious, to the thrill of the crowd. In the pilot and captain pit, Mox was surrounded by other competitors, some cheering him on, while others argued and complained. Amidst the chaos, he was approached by Kingslayer security, who wanted to escort him to a private room for questioning based on suspicious activities of his companions. Luckily, the rest of the pilots and captains prevented this from happening on the basis of good form while the Rover fight was concluding. In the bar, Dog celebrated his massive win at the gambling tables, but noticed he was also being approached by Kingslayer security. He got lost in the crowd and started a rumor of a bomb threat, which escalated into a panic, providing an excellent distraction. And back in the suite, Drall and Lebon had an epic conversation. Drall requested any intel or assistance in taking on their dangerous targets. Lebon indicated there was a potential he could help, but that he must be careful to protect the reputation he'd created to keep his loved ones safe from harm. Drall used this to hammer home the point that they were simply doing the same thing, and that ultimately an alliance would be beneficial to them all. Lebon said that while people in their line of work frequently take risks, he needed some form of proof that Drall and her crew would be able to back up their claims. He left with Jackal and the drones, but not before leaving an external hard drive for Drall. B and Drall exited celebrated the resolution of the stressful conversation, then returned to the bar to find the announcement of Sam's victory. Paperboy checked in, and Drall excitedly responded they had won. And we are going to pick up maybe a few minutes after all of this chaos is settling. The Kingslayer is still hopping with the celebration and the result of the fight. It's still a very popular bar and entertainment venue. Now that the fight is over, the bar is kind of shifting to its next stage. So the arena has closed down. The dancers, the performers have all slid back into position. We're seeing kind of like a bunch of different variety shows go on all over this arena. This is very much like the show between acts, right? Servers are circulating with food and drinks and substances, and anything that can be offered is being offered. Where do we think the crew is meeting up and coming back together? Any ideas?
Yeah, in a bar, counting our souls. Because if I remember correctly, we all just made bank.
There were some processing fees due to the lack of chip, but yes, a lot of money has just rolled into your pockets.
That was going to be my question about logistics of that, but go ahead.
Yes, the bottomless pockets that I gave you, which was definitely a mistake, have now become more bottomless. You've got a nice little side kitty built up here. So yeah, you are able to claim your winnings, even though you place them without a chip, and there were fees and extra steps and processing and some security handoffs, like you had to scan stuff and sign stuff, and it was like electronic transfers. But yeah, you've got a big old pile of money there waiting for you.
Most importantly, how much did Mox and I make out on the prize money here? We never established that in the game. And we can't bet. We're not Pete Rose. We can't bet on the same game that we're in.
You're right. We never established that. Let's come back to that question later while the game runner has a chance to vamp and think of an answer.
Had to ask.
That's the one thing I didn't plan or prep for. Thank you for reminding me.
We think of 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8.
At least 8
12.
figures,
At least 8 figures. Oh my goodness gracious! This is just going to skew this game even more than it already is. All right, so let's say that there is a winners area to celebrate, because there were other fights, right? There were other events going on in this arena. So there's an area where all the winners, even second, third place people can gather, private, held back from the rest of the crowd. So all of you can gather there and discuss what happened. So yes, you are all at a table. You are in this, winners area. Obviously, everybody around you is, passing congratulations, buying you drinks, buying you rounds. Food is being delivered. But you do have a bit of a private space due to the notoriety that was quickly gained, the size of the winning, the massive title that was just claimed. So yeah, you're kind of elevated, you're off to the side, so you do have a level of privacy here. And you're all sitting around a table. Go.
So seriously, I was in there. I was like, Sam was getting at it, and then this fucking prick and this other fucking prick come up to me like, "Hey, we have to talk to you," in the middle of the fucking fight. Can you believe this shit? But
And raises a glass.
to all those other fucking incredible coaches in there who stood up for not brotherhood, sister, peoplehood.
And if there are any nearby, just like raising the glass towards them.
Yeah, everybody responds. Whether or not they were in your fight. Like everybody is just celebrating.
Leans over. Excuse me. Can you do me a favor? See those people raising their hands right now? Their next round of drinks are on me. Least I can do. Thank you.
Yeah. They're very happy about that.
Save my fucking ass.
Just don't order the Dewussy.
Don't
The what?
do it. No.
What is the wussy? I've never heard
I
of
feel
this.
like there's a meme we might have missed out on.
I feel like we missed a lot compared to what everybody else was saying here.
I thought thought we were going to be the ones having the adventure. You know, going in and doing the raw fighting, but these people up here, sounds like what we had was calm.
Y'all had a performance. Y'all, like, kicked ass. Drall also kicked ass.
We mostly just stood up there and sweated a lot. Sweating?
Yeah.
Swoot. We swooted a lot.
Sweat
Swoot
is
a lot.
already the past tense, actually.
Oh yeah, I think it is. And you know, but we hid behind the bottles of Dewissy. That's how we got in.
And back to the withy.
And apparently it sucks. So don't.
I took a shit. So, it made money. They paid me to poop.
Apparently that's what Dewissy tastes like.
Back up.
So
What?
But I'm confused. You're
I
gonna
took
need
a
to-
shit. It happens twice a day.
No, that,
should.
believe
No,
me,
we-
babe,
there.
that's not the part I'm confused about. You were getting paid for it? Is this a new side hustle?
Oh, don't worry about it. How much money did y'all make? Did you find that out yet?
No, we're still waiting on him to tally it.
Oh, well.
You know,
However
we are
much God
buying
sees
people-
fit to give you.
We are buying people drinks based on whatever we don't know at this point. And it's probably fine. Who cares?
Look, if we didn't win enough to buy a few people around a drink, what the fuck are we doing here?
I should mention at this point, too, that Sam has got, like, a pink feather boa around her that she picked up from somebody. Like, it just... Didn't say a word about it, too. Just, like, sitting there with it, Ric Flair style.
killing it, by the way.
Love it. Pulling it off.
Yeah, so you are hanging out, you're enjoying it, you're buying people drinks, they're buying you drinks, chit-chatting. Various competitors, either from the Rover fight or from other fights, are all walking up to the table, trying to strike up conversations, acting like you're, buddy buddies. Quite a few people walk up, asking what other venues you fought in, like what your next step is. A couple people are asking, where you're going to go on the circuit. They're asking who your representation is. There's a couple agents sniffing around trying to see if they can sign you. A couple people are asking, your techniques, Mox as a captain, like kind of like reporter style, like, oh, what were you doing? What were you thinking in this moment? What was your motivation in giving your pilot this advice over that advice? So it's ongoing. Just all kinds of stuff happening.
Holy shit, they're celebrities.
Feels good.
Drall, something you clock as all of this is going on. You had the Kingslayer security behind you, escorting you for a little bit. Hearing the stories from Dog and Mox, you know that the security was obviously interested in them as well. Since your conversation with Liban, however, they have completely left you alone. Other than the fact that they are standing at the entrance to this, winner's circle suite area.
Oh, you ain't gonna get me twice.
No, none of the Kingslayer security seems to be giving you more attention than simply, you're allowed to be here at this point. Just an interesting detail that you have picked up on, being kind of hyper vigilant of the situation. At one point, a staff member does come over and approaches Sam and Mox as the winners, and they tell you that there is going to be a a title ceremony held a little bit later that evening. If you would care to attend, you are more than welcome to. All of the winners of the day's events will be celebrated and awarded their titles on stage. And that's kind of something that is just being put together in the moment, like the staff is putting that together in the main area as like the final event of the day, as the performers are all roaming around distracting everybody with entertainment. But yeah, so you got a little bit about what's going on. You're sitting at the table. You're all back together. We've gotten some intel. What do we want to do?
Guys.
Oh.
We got this thing, and it's gonna. We got it. It might be the information we need. Should we leave? I mean, I know you're celebrities now, but we were supposed to. I think. Well, I think we're now. Well, you guys are definitely part of this community now, I think. So...
I think everybody knows y'all's name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But also pretty crazy, considering what we're trying to do here.
Well, they don't know what we're trying to do.
I know! That's what makes it so great! I mean, yay! You guys are awesome! You know?
But you made contact with him, no?
Yes. Oh, well, oh yes. Complimented me.
Seems good to me then, right? Like, did he say that's what you need? Like, does he know the quest and he told you that's the info you need?
No, wasn't like, hey, you're the beast knees, have the stick of all truth. I think he's smart enough to know that it was still there when he left, and he went over and he fucked with it and intentionally left it. So I think it was intended for us.
That was also after, like, well, I don't know if I can trust you, but I might go out on a limb and see about it, kind of talk. I only half listened. I was playing with the cybernetic dogs.
I'm so glad you guys got along in the end.
Yeah, they were so great. And Jackal is badass.
So cool. Yes, Jackal was so cool.
What I would do to get up in his wiring.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we got what we needed, yeah?
I don't know for sure. I don't know what... I mean, This is... I could give it to PB.
Have you taken a look at all of it yet?
I don't want to fuck with it. Especially here.
Hold on.
What if it's got like a fake on it?
Why are we
I don't know.
immediately pathing it over to P-boy, fuckboy here? And
Okay,
then trying to do it ourselves even a little bit.
First of all,
Immediately running and saying, hey, Paperboy, can you solve our information crisis for us? I mean, don't get me wrong.
No good.
Boy is helpful.
Yeah.
But I mean, you and I have skills. We could take a look at it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
we all have skills.
Okay, I said
got a
we
business
could,
center?
or I could.
They have a business center.
Oh, look at this.
You may print something?
What if this thing's got a dang virus on it?
There's definitely a business center
Doing my hotel key
In the
card
bar?
for it?
Yeah.
With one really stressed out guy there just trying to get something to print that he desperately needs in 5 minutes.
God's telling me printers haven't improved by 2099.
Nope.
It's definitely
And
still
there's a
the
business
matrix
center.
No, they have.
printer.
This is as good as they get right now.
They're out of all ink except cyan.
No.
I mean, here's the thing. We shouldn't just dine and ditch.
No,
Right.
of course not. Of course not.
Okay. So, like, Samuel...
I just meant like long-term plans. Like,
Oh, well, okay, look. Here's the thing. We don't do it here. We don't do it back in Solus either, because what if there's tracker on
we
it?
got a thing.
Right? Unless you have, air gap machine that cannot, broadcast out to the rest of the world, that'd be great. We do it somewhere in between, so if they do start tracking us, they go, oh, it's middle desert, who cares? Right? But maybe we don't, we sounds like you guys all, made some friends, some that we may not want to have to run into again. So what if Mox and I just go out there, ham it up a little bit, celebrate the win. We have, 5 minutes of just, enjoying ourselves in this scumbag, Mos Eisley hive of scum and villainy kind of way. But still, we enjoy ourselves for a minute. We've been on the run since, I got to Solace. Dropped my kid off at daycare, and then all of a sudden we're fighting shit. It's weird. It's a little bit, You're right. Should we... more than 5 minutes. I think we should really enjoy it, We also might need to pay for some repairs on the Winnebago to get back home. Just a little bit. As she remembers back to, kind of exploding out the door with the Brav to run across town to save our asses and stuff like that. So, yeah, we might need a few repairs before we head back out on the trail.
Cool. Okay. That makes sense. Cool with it.
All right, so we're going to hang out in the Kingslayer for a little bit, enjoy the festivities of the evening. This is a big fanfare, celebratory event. There were, as I said before, there were multiple other types of combat and other events that had happened before the Rover Rumble. There was one-on-one fighting, there was like drone fighting, there was some vehicular combat. So there are a dozen different award ceremonies for these different events that happened before your fight. And then the climax of the evening, the grand finale, is the title award for the Rover Rumble, with Sam and Mox standing center stage. Your Rov behind you, in a big celebratory winner pose, and the cameras are all around, and the crowd's going wild, and it's very much the ringside announcer from a Royal Rumble WWE kind of match. People are trying to ask questions, but it's very surface level. It's very, oh, where'd you come from? What'd you do tonight? What was your motivation? That kind of thing. What was your strategy? And they're just playing to the crowd, and they're eating up everything you say. They're loving it.
Blue, 47. Never dodge when you can punch.
Exactly. And the night winds down, and celebration continues throughout the rest of the night. So you're free to leave whenever you want. You can stay and party as long as you want. There's food, there's drinks, anything you could possibly want to consume, ingest, partake. It's all there for you. It's just a big old party.
Sam will get drunk. Very drunk.
Sure.
Well, hold on. B's not going to get that drunk. And here is why. B is haunted by the wussy.
Alright, Sam gets so drunk that the wussy doesn't taste that bad. That Rov is stumbling back to the Winnebago. That motherfucker ain't walking in a straight line back there. Nope.
Was it going to anyways? No.
Do we make our way back to the Winnebago and all like that, or do we need to find a hotel room, or?
That's your call. Do you want to crash for the night? Do you want to head back to the Winnebago and crash for the night? What do you want to do?
I say we go back to the Windy Bagel. Dog doesn't.
I like being mobile and not being around a bunch of people who know we just won a bunch of money and beat their asses.
Yeah. Well, I don't really blend in.
All right. So it is the wee hours of the morning. You stumble out of the Kingslayer. Walking back out into the night air, you're kind of smacked in the face with that desert chill. Very different from the stuffy contained, recycled air atmosphere of the bar. So you've got that kind of whiff of refreshing, the whiff of nature, even though you're out in the fringe, and the Phoenix Metroplex looms over you, casting its light pollution across the entire fringe. There's still an air of familiarity coming back into the desert that you all are familiar with, and you make your way back across town. It takes longer to get back than to get there, because you definitely get lost and get turned around a couple times.
But you know what? The Rob doesn't have to stumble back for it, because Mox is going to drive a box truck with the other Rob that he stole.
That's true.
And Sam can just chill back there.
Sure.
Now we have two Robs.
You wrapped up, kid? You fought good.
Yeah, she's just going to ride shotgun with you and then just put the Rob in the back.
Two Robs, two box trucks. It's still not a direct
partridge in a pear tree.
It's still not a direct route back to the Winnebago. Couple misturns, partially just the confusing nature of the fringe that you're not familiar with, partially because of the state that you're all in, but you are able to get back to the Winnebago. The kids that you paid are still waiting there. As soon as you pull up, the ringleader runs over. We didn't do that. We did not do that, pointing at the Winnebago with the back door all blown out. It was like that thing jumped out. I don't know what happened, but we didn't do that. You're not allowed to take that out of pay.
Hold on.
Legally.
Let me pause you.
Can't.
They let you know something and let you decide whether you want to continue down this line of words. We set up a camera before we left, pointed at this vehicle. Now, if I review that footage and find out that it says something different, I'll find you. Or you could tell me the truth now, and I'll say, take a little bit out.
The kids behind the ringleader all start to panic and look at each other. I'm like, hey, it's okay, it's all right. But the ringleader stands their ground. I'm like, no, we didn't do that. We didn't.
Mox is going to smile at this kid.
That's the kind of attitude you'll need to survive in a place like this. So take the full money and be grateful.
We are, thank you. And they scamper off into the night.
Sam will waltz up to Mox, knowing what kind of hearing this whole thing, and she's like, you didn't have to scare them like that. It's so silly.
It's healthy.
You're going to scare the children. You're going to scar them. Scare them. You already scared them.
Never forget what these places are actually like. We had a grand old time tonight, but these aren't kind places to kids like that. They need to be scared. They need to be tough as hell. And now, maybe at least they'll be able to feed themselves for a little bit longer.
No, it's fine. But creating more violence in street does not solve problem.
Well, there you and I disagree.
You grew up in city or no?
Briefly.
Then you know. Then you see. Angel City is no cakewalk. But I know tell Elijah to start shit. We need more community. And she kind of starts wavering when he says that. We need more community and less fighting. Well, except for the kind that we get paid for. Very
Elijah is a good boy. And he's fortunate that he can have the privilege to believe in community as the way to solve things because he has you. I don't think those kids have a you, fam. They only have them. They're going to need growth of armor.
She goes to try to step into the Winnebago and like misses it the first time, and then kind of looks back and be like, "Careful! I'm going to tell Dog you're hitting on me." And then she kind of like stumbles into the Winnebago.
And they little.
So we are back at the Winnebago. It is the wee hours of dawn. You have 2 extra box trucks. You have an extra RAV. Are we going to crash for the night and figure out what we're going to do in the morning? Or try to do something now?
I have a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about crashing for the night here with a damaged door on the Winnebago and 2 more box trucks with RAVs for the taking.
Mm-hmm. Who's
If we're going, we better go.
Drive?
I am.
Same here.
The dog's gonna have to roll to find out if he's sober enough.
It's up to the gods now.
Sure. Roll the determination check.
Listen, kids, if it's in question, don't do it. This is for role playing and for fun, but it's not fun to do that. Don't do it. Okay.
I love that we have thrown actual Molotovs, and this is the part we are warning kids about.
Don't do that either. Well, just definitely don't drink and drive.
If you're going to throw Molotovs, don't drink and drive, kids.
There you go.
Okay,
That's
wait a minute.
responsible.
B said that she wanted to drive and that she wasn't getting drunk, right?
Yes, but we have
But
three
we now have 3.
Oh, you're taking the
I
other ones
got it.
with
I'm
you.
fine. I'm fine. Let's
Oh, you're
go.
taking
I'm
all
just
these
saying.
with you. Okay. All right.
You can fix a tyrant problem with Molotovs. You can't with drinking and driving. That's all.
It's true.
That's a true thing, actually.
And sometimes you have to drive to where you need to throw the Molotovs.
Now,
So
We
hold
should
on, we're just going to
take the
boil
bus.
this down to arson is okay, but drunk driving isn't.
Okay. That
That
feels
is a message endorsed by Humanoid Games.
At this
Put it on
point,
my car.
fuck it.
Mallo, the end of that clip is right here if you want to cut that part for legal purposes.
that's a shirt at Comic-Con next year. Arson is okay.
Just to round it out in pure capitalist fashion, there is a Peaceful Molotov t-shirt on sale at our Bonfire store right now. Dualisy t-shirt coming very soon, actually.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. All right, so we are driving out of the Fringe here at 2:00 in the morning. That's the plan.
Why not?
Beat the traffic.
Okay. And is the plan to drive all the way back to Solace? Is the plan to stop somewhere and do something? What?
Wasn't one of the box trucks it's part of Hades'
Yes.
store's inventory? We should probably
Yeah,
give one
it
of
was
them
Vince's
back.
truck. Vince, the shop owner, who was not necessarily nice.
He was
but
not
not rude.
necessarily nice, but he did get us to the place and into the where
Yeah.
we needed to go, and
Yeah.
gave us stuff and information. I don't know, like giving him back the truck.
It's up to you.
I just want to point out, did we just sit around in the bar and discuss stopping in the middle of the desert to open this porn
Yes.
hard drive or something? Okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit, do you think that's actually
His
what
name
it
is Jackal.
Do you think it's the backup of Pornhub? That shit has been
The
gone
whole-
for decades.
The whole site.
I'm fairly certain it's a myth that there are any
Everybody
drive out there. Everybody leave. I need my top.
Ever since they banned it in 2026, it's never been back. It's so fucking terrible. And
Fucking
then she
Republicans.
falls back into the chair.
So, where do we want to stop?
Not Utah. Can't open that in Utah.
Okay, well, we'll be mindful.
Topical.
All right, so we are driving a little ways out into the desert and stopping.
I say let our bladders lead the way.
Okay.
I mean,
drive until it's necessary to stop.
Good road rule. Yeah.
Yeah, they crack her open.
All right, so I'm gonna say after 2.5 hours of driving, the need to stop presents itself, and you find a nice little safe spot to pull off the road. Seems okay. Middle of nowhere. We still have the overwhelming light pollution of the Phoenix Metroplex at your backs. It's not the pitch dark of the desert that you are used to out in Solace, but it is still calm and quiet and isolated. You feel, at least for the moment, relatively safe to take a rest, do whatever you need to do. So, are you gonna pull up this drive right away? Are you going to get some sleep and do it in the morning? What's your plan?
I mean, if they're tracking us and then we crack this bad boy open, then go to sleep, it's sitting ducks.
I'm inclined to agree that we have the capacity to take shifts since there are only 3 vehicles. And the more distance we make, the better. At least that's my thought.
That's fair.
I agree.
Sam's already snoring.
I think we keep trucking. Or,
Is Sam a honk shoe or a me?
She Middle European kind of. Yeah, it's definitely a honk.
there's a Middle European style of snoring?
Yes.
Is it regional?
Subreddit. Oh my god. I snore in Hungarian.
I can't wait for that caption. Snores in Middle European.
It's a Z with a little thing through it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's an
Is it possible to review this to check for Drall or someone who isn't driving to check what this is while we are moving, or would we need to stop and utilize something in order to do that?
No, you could absolutely scan it. The Winnebago has, well, I mean, your glows could do it. Your glows could connect to the drive and see what it is, read what's on it. The Winnebago has a wide variety of computer hookups that anybody can access apart from the drivers. So you have plenty of options to, scan it and see what's on it.
Question. Call me paranoid. Does anyone have a glow that doesn't have a lot of personal information on it?
I do not.
Just in case.
Pictures of my wiener.
Do we have good antivirus software on these things?
Nox will scan it. I'm kidding. That's an IT joke. Delete that in post, Mallo.
There are 3 people out there laughing their asses off at that joke right now.
I hate my life administering phones. Cut that out too, Mel.
I see we're getting real tonight.
This has turned into a therapy session, apparently.
Drall,
No.
do you think before you drop just over the glow, trying to wake you up from or get your attention from whatever vehicle you're in?
Yep.
You asleep?
No, not anymore.
Fantastic. Do you mind scanning the information that you got?
Yeah, let me just...
Turn on your antivirus. Turn on your antivirus.
Ah!
All right, so
On!
on your glow, you have a wide variety of apps that you have installed over the years. Many more recently that Paperboy has updated and given you and shown you how to use, just to make sure you're really capable of doing your job, so he can help you even when he's not there. So you can open up an app that lets you connect to the external drive and read what's on it. So you plug it in. It's not even a plug, it's a wireless connection, but you plug it in and you look at this drive, and this is a very large external drive, very large, probably multi-terabyte storage capacity kind of thing.
Big boy.
There is one text file. The rest of it is completely blank.
What's this?
And it just says, read me.
I will, in fact, read you.
Virus.
So...
I'm fucking doing it. It told me to. Well, I can't not do it.
So in this text file, there are three... Basically, imagine like, a Word document, a Google Doc, with just 3 bullet points. And the first bullet point says, Steele visits the Plex to purchase cigars from Hemmler's Fine Smokables. The next bullet point says, Fortis has a standing order in the Plex at the Golden Duck Barbecue and Soup. And the last bullet point says, Emilio will let no one prepare his clothing other than V&M Bespoke Tailoring.
Where were the cigars from? I missed that one.
Hemmler's Fine Smokables.
Hemmler's.
That's it.
Ooh, buddy. We're going to be digging for this one. It is breadcrumb. Pretty relevant size. We've got 3 leads.
Okay.
Give me a second. I had to move my book to the other side because I'm on push to talk. Okay. And then she recites what we've heard. Fortis, Emilio, Steele.
Hey!
And all their locations.
Sounds like we know where we can get them information or maybe find these people.
And they seem to be places where they get their luxuries. So I think this is a fine way out of the more interior net. A safer route, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Well done, Drall. Fantastic. Alright, get some sleep.
Yeah, okay, bye.
All right, so you all crash for the night. Who is the first person to wake up? Do we need to do a roll off and see who wakes up first, or does someone want to claim it? We're gonna roll off. Okay.
Rollies.
All right. Everyone, roll a d20. Lowest roll wakes up first.
3.
11 nerds, mid sleeper.
11 as well.
4.
We woke up together.
You babe at the same time.
Of course. I think Drall got a 3.
Mm-hmm. She is quick to wake up. After everything that's happened, it's hard to shut her brain off. Sure. So she, with every bump, with every move, every sound, she's awake. So she figures best to just pull out the glow and start doing some research on the places.
Cool.
Tries not to wake anybody else up.
And you were in the Winnebago, probably?
Yes.
Or one of the box trucks. Okay. So yeah, you sit there for a minute and you start just doing a very casual surface level search in the Phoenix Fringe. And this isn't even hard, right? This is just the yellow page entry. This is just a Google entry. So Hemler's Fine Smokables is a shop on the west side of the Fringe. It has been there for quite a long time, is in a basement underneath a bookstore. It's very much like an old school, old world kind of fancy schmancy place. And you see their hours and their address and contact information, etc. The Golden Duck Barbecue and Soup is a mobile shop that operates on the east side of the Fringe. Its owner, it goes by Lady Luna. And this is, think of like a party bus nowadays, right? Only instead of just getting on to go to a place, to go to a bar, you go inside and it's a whole ass like Korean barbecue and hot pot shop right inside. So it just drives around, parks, you go inside, chow down, head out. Excellent reviews, 5 stars across the board. Everyone loves it. And then there is the V&M Bespoke Tailoring. It is on the north side of the Fringe. It is a incredibly elite, even for the Fringe, like incredibly elite, invitation only, referral only kind of clothing shop. It's in the middle of this like much more refined, elite, fancy area. There's a bunch of gardens, there's a bunch of specialty shops. It's actually on the top floor of a building, and like its roof is a garden, and there's all these gardens on balconies all around it. So it's this very lush, luxurious specialty place. And if we remember way back, however many episodes it was, when we talked about the map that you had obtained of the general territories and travel routes of our 3 targets, and we noticed that it all brought them here into the Phoenixplex. You see that their general travel routes kind of line up with where these shops are in the Fringe. So without digging a lot deeper, Drall, your gut instinct, exactly like you said before, you know, this is where they are coming to spend their spoils. This is their luxury visit. They may come into the city themselves. They may send a crew or a drone to pick an order. You're not sure yet. But if Liban is telling you the truth, he is indicating you've got a pretty solid lead on either catching them or finding a direct route to them. While you are doing all of this information, this researching, collecting this information, taking little notes, you're sitting there in the Winnebago, you're trying to wake up a little bit, everyone's snoring, everyone's rolling around, no one's woken up yet. Out of the corner of your eye, you see movement outside the Winnebago.
Gonna get up and look.
And you see a motorcycle parked, and a single individual is stretched out on the ground next to it, just sitting there waiting.
I'm gonna wake up the Bago.
Yeah.
Someone is here. Not to be weird, I'm gonna go take care of it. I'm gonna go see. But if I don't come back or you hear, can you just take a peek and just, you don't have to fully wake up. Okay, maybe you should.
Do you want me to sick the drones on them?
I don't know what they're here for. I mean, they're just kind of just chilling there, and it's gonna look through, like trying to be sneaky about it. But I mean, it's clear that I'm looking. You know, I mean,
they give you a little wave when they see the blinds.
Oh shit! And is just gonna put the hand through the blind. We've made contact. I'm gonna go out there.
She's gonna pop in the blinds and do this.
They give you a thumbs up.
Okay, cool.
Mox grabs his rifle and asks Argos to
play Casey Jones, please. I'll watch your back.
So you walk out and kind of lounging next to a well-worn, battle-scarred, heavily modified, real, chunky, hardy kind of desert motorcycle is an individual. They stand up. They're wearing like a big cowboy hat, kind of very classic cowboy hat. They take it off, kind of knock the dust off of it against their thighs. You see that this is a woman. She has red hair that is like pulled back into tight, like French braids, kind of coming down in pigtails a little bit. She's got bright green eyes, nice desert tan, that splash of freckles across her bridge of her nose and her cheeks. She's wearing kind of classic fringe desert gear, kind of a mismatch of styles. She's got a long duster on. You can see that through like some holes in the sleeves that have been patched. She's got cyber arms, big cowboy boots, and your eyes immediately fall on her Leo badge at her belt. And she says, "Hey, good morning."
Hey. How's it going?
Good. You came a long ways out of the city. Is everything all right?
Yeah, we've been traveling a while, and we've just been pit stopping the whole way. Can't keep it awake.
I get that. Y'all had a real busy day yesterday, didn't you?
We sure did. Got a bit of a celebrity on board, if you catch what I'm saying. Kind of slaps the Winnebago. It's all right.
Alec.
Well,
it's still a little tuckered out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna keep you. No trouble.
Okay.
I'm Marshall Hook. But I did just want to check in with you. Y'all had quite the ruckus on the way to the Kingslayer yesterday. And then, of course, all the events of last night. I wanted to make sure, though, that I knew who you were, you know who I was. Those fellows you ran afoul of on the way to the Kingslayer, you probably don't know who they are, right?
Man. We travel a lot. And it's hard to pick them out. In your mind, kind of all just run together.
Yeah.
Can you be more specific?
Well, yeah. Remember the whole they pinned you in the street with their trucks, and then your rover tore ass across the city, wrecked a whole bunch of buildings, and then had a little bit of a tussle. Remember that at all?
That's what they did. Didn't they tamper with it, though? Fairly certain.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
They were causing us a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble. you should definitely keep your eyes on them if you can. I couldn't give you any more information other than that.
That's the point. That's the point I'm making here. I've been keeping my eyes on them.
Okay.
That's part of my case.
Just woke up.
That's
kind of
I understand. You know, we're out in the middle of nowhere. I show up at the front door. I get it. I just want to say, obviously, you got your own business. Obviously, I've got my own business. I just want to say, if you do have to come back for any reason, just be aware. Just be careful. That crew, that team was part of a pretty well-known, fairly dangerous group. They call themselves the Chicago Outfit.
Oh my God.
They are not to be trifled with.
Thank you.
I haven't seen that many average folks walk away from them without damage. So I appreciate that, because you definitely, put a hurt on them. Flip side, you wrecked the shit out of my town. So, 50-50 here.
I mean, I think they technically did that, but
yeah. And also, like, do you know why they're coming after fine folks like us?
You're just passing through.
Yeah.
Well, you were transporting what they were trying to obtain.
Well, yeah, I know that aspect, but usually there's at least a couple steps in between.
They're pretty straightforward.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, you had the goods they were trying to take. It's pretty simple. So,
I mean, fair. Okay, fair.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I recognize the effort that was put in, and I appreciate the fact that certain people were removed from the board, so to speak, less of a threat in town. I think that offsets the damage that was done.
Oh, thank goodness. Real sorry about that.
Most likely illegal activity that occurred as part of that. I'm going to go back home. We're not going to worry about that. I'm just saying, if business brings you back, heads up. Friendly reminder.
And of course, you scratched our back. Definitely, if I hear or see, or I will give you any information. I will send it right along to you regarding these guys. So they need to get off the street. It's bad. Thank goodness no one was hurt.
Well, I mean,
no one was hurt.
Do we want to talk about what your rover ran through on the way to that fight? Do we want to go into the details? I got it on the glow. I've got video. You want to see it on the holo?
I don't know if this is a me thing. Yo, you want to come see this?
Wait, does she have highlights of the fight?
Yeah,
send that over.
No, get out here. And Drall is gonna thank you so much for your time. And is gonna go in your information. Sorry about all the problems. We'll do our absolute best to be on our best behavior. You should see it though. I don't want to see it. I'm gonna go back.
All right, so she will give you her contact information via like glow transfer, like flip it over to you, and very very classic. Wild West Marshal. Put the hat back on, straighten it a little bit. Pull some goggles down, throw a leg back over her bike, and...
Hold on.
Oh.
Do we get like a badge number or something?
I sent that one my contact information. She's got it.
I got it.
Thank you. Bye, Ossifer.
Gives you the little cowboy hat nod and roars off into the desert.
Well, that was fucking weird.
How far do you think she's going to surveil us on out here?
I mean, if that's the worst of what comes of how we can conduct business on her turf, I think we should just go and accept what we've been given. because I know she's probably always going to watch us. We are people of interest, not just famous robot brawler.
I can kill her if you want me to.
Well,
you do. You
Still got her in my sight. You just say the word.
Don't do that.
hold on. Don't kill her. We now have a point of contact. However, I don't know. I watched a lot of old videos of, like, law enforcement, you know, like, I don't know, giving a shit about the people tearing up the town instead of deciding to come and be like, hey, just watch your backs. Not, you know, I'm not gonna try and take care of the bad guys, but you just gotta watch your backs. Like, what the hell was that?
I mean, my guess is we didn't even get her name. What's her name? She sent you her contact information. I just want to start calling her the Leo.
Yeah, that's what I want to call her. What was her name?
Marshall Hook.
Marshall Hook. There we go.
All right, so Marsha Hook.
Marsha,
So, I think might just be maybe Marshall Hook and the other Leos are in over the head already with, what were they, the Chicago boys or something, Chicago crew.
Chicago outfit.
Oh, so the best thing that she could do for us, since she couldn't stop them, was just to warn us. I mean, I don't know if they're that fucking dangerous. B, you crushed 2 of them.
Apparently, they seemed, that per her words, they seem to be quite a menace to the neighborhood. So I think I would love to give a charitable reading to this, but tragically, in situations like this, with the governed and the governees, I think that there is usually 2 sides. One is what they say, and one is the truth. And usually the truth involves something that they're after. In this case, I think both things can be true. We did potentially reduce numbers of a crew that's a real fucking shitstorm in this place. We don't live here. We don't know. And potentially wanted to extend the olive branch, as it were, because we were seen as, if we could rival one of their problems, it's best to bring that a little closer to home than to push it away, I'd say. Right? That's how you control people, right?
I mean, the good marshal's intentions or reasons for doing what she did aside.
I liked her.
Oh, I'm just saying, when we do go back, we definitely have to be careful. We have kicked the hornet's nest.
Especially if we don't know who pays the marshal.
And now we're known in multiple circles. We just thought there was one. Now everybody gets to know.
Should we wear like face masks or something?
Yeah, I don't know if we should get like a uniform that disguises us.
The uniform is the opposite of what we want. We
No, I
not
mean,
want
like,
something
it
that
would be
unites us in a very obvious symbol.
Yeah, unless we're just like
matching
okay,
kimonos.
Yeah. No, could be cute.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
I got a good design for us in that front.
He has been working on something. He's been very proud of it.
Thank you.
But it's not ready
It's not
yet.
ready. It's not ready.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay, shit.
No,
I was ready.
No, it's continue. I was just interjecting like I do.
We could be
just-
the kimono killers.
Oh my
See how
god.
good it sounds? Come on, Mox. It sounds so good.
What do you mean, come on, Mox? I wasn't opposed to the kimonos.
You were the
I'm
one
just
who said
opposed to
we could have
uniforms.
Matching
Generally.
outfits. That's what they call a uniform. Matching outfits uniform. Anyway, it's fine. We can talk about it later on Mox stuff. So,
Should we just get on the road?
That's probably, yeah, I think so.
this is very important business we're conducting right now.
I swear to Christ.
Woo! Think about it.
Are we gonna go? Should we, since we are taking all of this information for Mr. Mercury,
We should leave.
should we take it to their territory instead of Solace, and then maybe liaise with everybody else?
I just want to go home. But yeah, probably.
Also, I vote for really cute shoes if we're doing kimono killers. Like practical ones, you know?
The
Functional.
best flip-flops, hell yeah.
No, hold on. You could do like cargo combat boots and then never run out of bullets.
That would be awesome. You could put your
Combat
snacks in
boots and
too.
kimonos? I know there's alliteration, but Jesus.
Hey, now.
Be a look. A vibe.
So, B, hold on. Are you saying that we should go back to Shreddy instead of try to deal with these, get some information while we're already here?
It is about 4 hours back to home.
Oh, never
Okay.
mind. Closer than I thought.
4.5, 5, depending. You did drive.
I'm still hungover.
Yeah.
Are we trying to put pressure on these people, or are we trying to just talk to them? Are we trying to eliminate them? Or are we, like...
So, point of order. Estrella gave you the mission. You agreed to team up, remember? Remember way back when she was ordering you around. You
Session 30.
stood up for yourself. Said, this is a compromise. We're working together. She agreed. She apologized. So the collective effort is being put in here that these 3 targets and their gangs are a large threat to the area. They need to be eliminated. And that's what you were tasked with.
So, we can either try the whole cut the head off the snake thing, though in my experience an uglier head just regrows, or we could try to convince the snake to go to a different area?
Or eat itself.
Or eat itself.
How's that
A
gonna work?
Roboth.
How's that gonna work, though?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of powerful people are just like shitty little high schoolers. So if you like start some shit with one of them and tell them it's the other person, and then just keep doing that with all of them, they could just like go on like one of those little Ouroboroses and just eat the tail, you know? And then we don't have to worry about anything.
I get what you're saying. I know what you're getting at, right? And back in the day when I was a younger man, I would have done it. But I'm too tired to be seducing nobody and spreading dissent among the ranks anymore, okay? Get another route. Come on now. I can't do it no more. I'm tired.
Mox
Plus, I
just
got my
lovingly pats dog on the shoulder as he says that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
babe.
I established
You're tired,
boundaries
okay?
today.
That's good. That's healthy.
So are we just going to go kill these people then in the middle of the city, or are we going to wait for them to leave the city, or... We could tail them and just kill them.
I feel, that trying not to draw attention to the fact that we're killing them is the best
Well,
move.
now that you have this information, we can either try to follow them when they arrive there, or we could try to go to these places and see if the owners of these shops would have any additional information on these individuals, other habits, maybe where they stay when they're here, maybe things that they might be vulnerable to, weaknesses.
Is there
When they're meeting up.
Yeah, so I feel like there are 2 different ways we can do this. Either we have to piece together a fucking months worth of security footage, somehow getting a hold of that and trying to piece together when they're there, what they look like, and just trying to piece it together from there and see if there's like a schedule, or we could get into each business's logs for sale.
That's another idea, yeah. See if there's any pattern, and they come a particular, like every 3 weeks.
So we know when they're there, when we can tail them, because we're going to have to do this pretty close to the ground, I think. I don't know how much we can do from far away.
That, and I feel like if we only target one of them out of the 3 at a time, they're going to have like a dead man switch. Even though they...
So we have to set it all up to go off at once.
I don't know. It's what the stuff that I've watched would have had, you know, like the 3 mob bosses
It's going to be one of those like split screen movies where like we see three things going on at once. What's that director? He used to do that a lot. Never mind. But we could, maybe like an ocean to select six, cause five of us.
So we're gonna need
Argos
to recruit allyship. It's time to cash in some favors. If we need to spread our net wide, we're going to have to include more than just us.
How much does a gang cost?
I would like to purchase a gang, please.
I don't want a lot of money. Does PP know? So they got like a market listing?
Probably. Could be something we could put him on. Information wise, there's a lot we could put. I mean,
Drall, you are very familiar, given your previous line of work, to the nature of hiring crews to do jobs.
It's very
and while you don't have a standing necessarily on the Phoenix board for that type of work, you have contacts, and you are positive, without even researching it, that there is a similar setup of posting jobs and people bidding on them and advertising themselves, etc., etc., etc.
So there. Okay. Clearly, there are ways we can outsource. But what?
I'm saying just buy the boys, buy one of them gangs. Write them a check.
You contract them. They're all
No. I think what he is saying is we go and we give them offer they cannot refuse.
Yeah, it's our company.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't kill them. We give them choice. I killed them with Rov, or they work for us now.
Okay, I'm used to like a certain like bidding system as well as like a back and forth if it's a good okay, so you're just wanting to like
Mox. Bidding system means it's called Casey Jones, right? The big ass motherfucker that you get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All I do is offer one price.
And just like pops the bullet that was in the chamber out and just holds it up and then
Very good price. Yes.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. I mean, do you want to look local, or are we?
Just returning to like the possibility of getting information from the owners of these establishments, we did just win a fair amount of money that I still haven't even finished counting. So I feel like, even though it's just all written, it's a single number that I should just be able to read on my globe, but I haven't finished counting it. Well, you could probably bribe. Nothing loosens the lips quite like a few thousand souls.
Yeah, and you see, that's what I was thinking regarding getting the information from either like the clothier or the freaking tobacconist or whatever.
That's what I'm thinking.
Via that, I think that's going to be the best way, and then I guess we can contract some or voluntold some local gangs to help us take down the big bad guys that are making their lives difficult.
No. We go to one of big bad guys, tell them they join us or we kill them.
We're nobodies compared to these monolithic criminals. Like,
Alright, I think you're giving them a bit too much credit.
They've got a lot.
They're assholes. One of the fuckers calls himself like the Lord of the Undead. All right,
it's cheesy and
Let's
shit,
not give these fuckers too much credit here.
The spreadsheet is wide. The body of work is large. It has to be respected from a business standpoint, regardless of where I am morally. Mox.
These individuals, as far as I know, this type of person, only two things matter: money and power. We have Both. And we may not have infinite money, but a gun held up right next to your head might shift the scales in our favor. It's a fair plan.
I understand the plan. I'm less comfortable with the plan, but that doesn't mean it's a bad one. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit here with my glow and play my jewel game, and decompress. You guys decide.
Can the paper boy give us information by hacking into these places? Let's know more things about it. I hear what both of you are saying.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
can we do... Look, eventually we're going to either have to off these motherfuckers or, tell them to join up with the fucking Beatles. Like, there's only two ways that this goes. Right?
What specific?
Sam, they broke up a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
Right, but you still listen to Grateful Dead. They also broke up a long time ago. I'm just saying it's the classics, man.
Oh, sorry. Misunderstood the metaphor.
Yeah. So, like, one way or
Fish
the
is
other,
still
we have
around
to, and still playing 60 fucking minute long songs. It makes no sense. Still not in the Hall of Fame either. Weird. They've been voted in 4 times.
It's a tragedy. It's what it is.
I just was asking a question about how much it costs. Mostly, Drall's the expert in this now. And if
you are watering down your brilliance. You ask brilliant question. Don't water it down.
Okay. Dog is taken aback by someone recognizing his brilliance for once. And just, you're right. Okay.
To Sam, still half drunk, this makes complete sense. Like, that's, like... But, okay. But Sam will kind of look at it and kind of... She starts to perk up, also still drinking. But kind of look around and just be like, look, at some point we are going to have to put bullets in brain. But if we have leverage, maybe we spend less bullets in brains and get frenemies. Maybe. I still think Mox gets to put a bullet in the Lord of Death. What is his name?
I mean, he fucking had it coming to him just for that goddamn moniker.
Fair.
Out of character. How do we want to handle this, y'all?
I mean, what I think I'm trying to kind of hint at with Sam is that, like, at some point, we're not going to be able to get leverage on all 3 of them.
Right.
Like, let's be real about that. So we're gonna fight somebody. What I hear Lauren saying from Drall's perspective is that let's know the battlefield more before we go into the fight, which I feel like is the right kind of way. And I feel like what Drall would want to do from her character's perspective, right? But I think the inevitability of a fight, is probably
going to get more information.
Yeah. So I think Sam's trying to just kind of be like, okay, we do it Drall's way first. When the heist gets fucked, when we do it the other way, but we try it, we try to take that as far as we can go, maybe.
So, are we thinking first step is see what information we can get from the data of these shops?
If we can't go back into the city, I think we try to do something from afar first. Or we can
wild?
Maybe not go into the city, I don't know.
We weren't told to not go back into the city. We were told to be careful about going back into the city. So if we do go back into the city, we're going to have to be very aware of our surroundings and how we interact with them.
No more renting croissant scooters and riding around.
Right. Or pinning people up against buildings and other trucks.
I'm just hearing y'all say no more romance.
Romance is over. Everybody's broken up. No love ever again. So sorry.
Whoa! Not Kevin.
That's not your choice to make.
Fuck that shit. That's my man.
I don't know. I just felt like being hyperbolic. Anyway.
Yeah, I was here for it up until that. This will not stand.
Listen, y'all's romances are like it's something to live for in these days. So please go ahead.
These trying times, these awkward romances.
I think that it would be smart to see what we could get from afar while we plan on how we get closer without triggering certain people like the Chicago outfit again. Whether that's like, you know, gearing up with different vehicles, slipping into the city in a different way, disguises, I don't know. I know that I'm assuming that Mercury is still bankrolling this.
So we could start heading back towards the Fringe while Paperboy tries to get some more information from hacking into those shops and then see where we want to go from there.
Sounds good. We could take one of the box trucks and maybe find a place to either park and or store the Windy Bagel, right? That way we would still have the ability to move a ROV. It doesn't have to be the same box truck that we borrowed to move the other things, therefore we won't be flagged. And it would make it so that we would still have wheels, because I don't know about walking into... I know everybody else's characters might know a little bit more about walking into a Plex versus driving into a Plex, and whether or not that would be more difficult or easier on the Fringes, especially since everything's on the Fringes. They're just in different areas, right? And also something that I do wonder about is how forthcoming and willing to give the information the people of the establishments that we have listed are going to be without also snitching us out to those
bribery,
right?
Bribery and potentially because out of character, I was planning on asking Paperboy for info regarding logs so that we can analyze them for patterns and the employee list so that we can do a little research on these people, see who's going to be worth the bribe or the threat from maybe maybe we can add pressure with a local gang for information or what the fuck ever without putting our names or the names of our contacts in the ring. I mean, that was the plan for me.
From the shadows, right?
Yeah.
We're looking for weak links from the shadows.
I mean, we're providing jobs.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
We are a small business.
An LLC, one might even say. We get tax breaks.
Not under the current administration, I can tell you. We do not get
No, absolutely don't. Not even a little bit. That was a pipe dream. It lasted for a very short period of time in history, I think.
I love that our conversation sounds like Kingpin from Daredevil season 1, episode 8, when he's just like, he destroyed my businesses. I was giving jobs to hard-working people. Dude, you were running a criminal empire. It's fantastic.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Foods in bellies.
Yeah,
Foods in bellies.
Hey, rent costs what it costs.
Shoes on feet.
All right, so
we are 2 steps away from walking into a city and seizing the means of production. You guys realize
Bless
that,
you,
right?
Caleb.
Just so you know, we're going to remold the fabric of the society.
Fuck yeah.
I can start with that.
So we need to start with some more research, maybe a phone call. Is that where we're starting?
Let's get some PB rolls going.
All right. Are you gonna call him?
You guys ready? Okay. guys, look alive. Look alive. Hey.
Oh, hey, hi. What's up?
Hi. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Hey. Hi. Hi. How are you?
So I'm good. So you won the thing, and then I didn't hear from you, and you were doing things, and everything's okay. Everything's good.
Surprise! I'm alive.
Oh god,
What?
it's getting clingy.
Surprise! I'm alive. Shut the fuck up. Surprise! I'm alive.
Hi. I'm glad you
Hi.
are.
Oh,
Congratulations on winning. That's good. What did you win? The thing, the fight. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember. Sorry, lot going on. I got confused. I'm sorry.
Yeah, about to be a lot more, but before that, Sam is actually like an actual RAV battle unit, which is pretty exciting. And Mox is allegedly a very good communicator for set. It's pretty cool,
Did
actually.
anyone notice that when she talked about Sam, didn't say allegedly?
It's fine. But yeah, no, we got a lot of money, which is really exciting. I'll take you out. But we also got more money, more problems. I need a favor. It's not a dangerous favor though.
Okay.
So I got this. Actually, I'm really excited to tell you about this later, but I don't want to do it in front of everybody else because they're gonna be douchebags about it. But I was so proud of how I conducted myself in front of the big bads. Oh my god, they complimented. Anyway, I'll tell you later.
Wait. You already found the three of them? The guys?
No, it's a ladder, babe. It's a ladder. No, the first.
Oh.
We followed the breadcrumbs.
Oh.
We're not too
Okay.
yet. Okay, but anyway, it was really exciting. We got to meet Jackal and LeBron.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So did you get information from them? Were they able to point you in the right direction? Like,
oh my god, I fucking did. It holds up the drive or whatever.
That's all information? That whole thing?
Actually, there's a document on it that had some information on it. And I'm gonna just send that to you right now. And she sends what she's previously typed up, just so that he has it for reference, so he doesn't have to think about it while they're talking. So, babe,
So he told you like where they shop, like.
Yeah. Okay, so they're trying not to like get in trouble because their longevity and they've got families and all this other shit. You know how crime is. It's all intermingled. It's a web. So anyway, he was trying to give me enough information that could help me get ready to go. Breadcrumbs. Not trying to give me the full information. Doesn't want to get in trouble. Doesn't want to get killed. Okay. Doesn't want to have to kill me. Seemed to like me.
So he's trying to protect himself, but he's still like, oh, maybe she's cool. Maybe she's.
You don't suck. Here you go. Yeah.
Okay, so he's giving you a little bit. He's giving you a little bit of information, and now he's going to see what you can do with that tiny bit of information. Okay.
Yes, and without incriminating himself and his compatriots. So I think the reason that it's like stuff that they're finery, it's stuff that they really do go for, things that help define, their happiness. So they're pretty rigid in the patterns that they follow in order to acquire these things. So I was thinking that maybe you could maybe find an employee list for me, do some digging about the employees who might have a background in, I don't know, any sort of criminal activity, bribery, any sort of counterfeiting, that kind of thing. We just want to look for if you can find any patterns, names, anything else regarding the business, like its logs or anything like that, deliveries, that'd be great.
Okay.
Is that something you can do? Actually, I just assumed because you can do everything.
Thank you. I can't do everything.
Yes.
There's stuff I can do and there's stuff I can't do. There's stuff I could do if I was there, but there's stuff I can't do because I'm not there because I'm here. And there's stuff I have to do because I'm here for the city. So I'm busy with that.
Do I need to come back?
But
do I need to come back?
No, because then you'd be here and I'd be here and neither of us would be there, and being there is where things have to be to happen. So if at least you're there.
You're right. I just thought I'd do better, but Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, it would be nice if we were in the here or the there together.
We're working.
I have to be here and you have to be there.
I get it.
I can definitely do some digging through our databases. I can pull up anything that they would have, the businesses would have, recorded in any official logs, if they're keeping any, under the table books, if they're keeping anything secret. I probably wouldn't be able to get those unless I was there to try to, crack into their systems.
I mean, they probably wouldn't be secret, right? I mean, they wouldn't be secret. They have no reason to be like secret about buying fucking tobacco or some fancy suit, right? I mean, that's pretty weird. So it should be readily available, right? Do you think, oh my God, do you think that like, never mind, go ahead.
If a big giant crime lord was coming to your shop to buy stuff to take home to do their crimes with, I don't think I would put it on the poster. I don't know.
It's leisure, though. It's attached to the crime. It doesn't represent the crime. Okay, fine, friend. We'll see who's right once you find the information that you can find.
That makes me feel bad.
No, it's a good thing. Let's turn it into a game. Loser buys dinner.
Oh, okay. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let me do a little bit. Give me a second. Do you have some time? Do you need this like immediately?
Oh, no,
can I do it in like an hour? What do you need?
Guys, is this like fucking urgent?
We have time until we get back there anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
drive.
We have to drive, so I'm going back. I don't know if I get to see you before I go, but
okay. Yeah, give me a little bit, and then I'll get you some information. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, not hold on, like stay here.
Yeah, no, I
unless you want to just be here on the phone the whole time while I'm doing stuff. I mean, that feels weird, but if that's something you like, I'm fine with that.
We got places to be.
Oh my God, I'm getting pressure from the side, so I'll talk to you later, okay? Don't forget to hydrate and eat something. I'm sure you haven't eaten yet. I
have chips. I have some sippy chips.
That is not okay. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye. You guys, be fucking cool.
That was physically painful, Drall.
Why are you like this?
What the?
Why are you like this?
What the? I did not do anything.
What do you mean? Why am I like this? I've never. Anyway, it's not. We can talk about it later.
All right. So you are heading back towards the Phoenixplex. You were about 2 hours-ish out. We're heading back, right? Okay. After an hour or so, PB starts sending over some information for Hemmler's fine smokables. He is able to tell you that while he does not have information about who is picking up or who is making every purchase, he is able to see that Hemmler gets a larger than average shipment every other month. So he's basically looked at this guy's like orders and deliveries, and every other month or so, like an extra big order is placed and kept in the storeroom, and then there's sales appropriately. So it's not like he's saying, oh, Steele walks in every Tuesday and buys something. He's able to see the pattern of when extra stuff is ordered, and that's abnormal. For the Golden Duck barbecue and soup, there are a lot of to-go orders and special oh god, what's the word? I completely blanked on the word I was going to say. Like where they do a special package, like a to-go barbecue at home. Not a gift basket. There's another word I'm thinking of. Not a package.
Catered?
Not a option.
Catered?
Chef special.
Think about it. Think about it. Record it later. Add it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. Fix it in post. Yeah, so they do a lot of like takeout with a barbecue at home, a set. It's a barbecue at home set. It's a hot pot at home set. And while that is a pretty common thing, what stands out with those against the typical ones are that the proprietor, Lady Luna, will prepare a very large catering order, a very large takeout set once a week, and drop them off at random, undisclosed locations. And then for V&M Bespoke Tailoring, they are pretty locked down. This is a very, like I said, select, invitation only, only operate by referrals. Like no one can just walk in and be like, yo, I want to buy a suit. Like you have to know someone to get in the door. They pride themselves in the security of their clients. So even like clothing orders, clothing styles, that kind of stuff is very locked down in their private servers. That kind of stuff could be hacked if PB or a hacker was on site. But he is able to see that they have placed orders for certain types of silks and satins that Emidio tends to favor in his outfits. And some of those are set to be delivered in the upcoming weeks. So he sends this information all to you, and there's a little note, like a text attached to it. He's like, hey, this is just kind of the quick and dirty, what I could get right now. I could try to dig more, but I'm not there to help. I hope this points you in the right direction. Heart, PB.
It's a great place to start. Thank you. Heart, smiley face.
So, kind of summarizing, seems like Hemler is placing these larger orders that may be associated with steel every other month or so. Lady Luna at the Golden Duck is delivering some sort of large order weekly that doesn't seem to necessarily be connected to be like, door dashing to someone. It's being left somewhere. That seems very suspicious, might be related to all of this. And then V&M is the most secure, the most locked down, but they are receiving shipments within the next few weeks that may be an indicator of a special order for Emidio.
So this is all the information we have now. Our breadcrumbs are getting larger and closer to the source.
Well, of all the ones listed, the Golden Duck. Well, did Paperboy happen to say when the last every other shipment from Hemlith was?
I bet I could figure out the specifics, but just said every other.
Well, Golden Duck is every week. So
every week.
If we wanted to try to stake it out,
tail the delivery.
I'm hungry.
Wait.
I mean, that does sound really good, though,
That
doesn't it?
really
Who else
does
could
sound
go for
fucking good.
Korean barbecue?
You had me at hot pot. It was not. My stomach is rumbling now. Yes.
So do you want to take a drive? Go to the Golden Duck?
Oh, well, I just realized that's fucking Grave Mortis. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go!
It's almost like I know what I'm doing sometimes.
You always know. We just don't know what we're doing.
We're professionals, but just not at this.
How can I create a big bad evil guy that the players desperately want to kill?
Hot pot! He likes hot pot!
Go get the food.
Make him an edgelord and get your food.
Go get the food.
To be fair, yes.
All right, so we're gonna go get some breakfast, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
I don't know why I just love the image of this Grave Mortis, Lord of the Undead, majorly cybernetically enhanced, just sitting at home with a take-home hot pot.
Imagine hating me and I'm just over here like...
It was the funniest thing I could think of. It tickled incredible. Me so much.
He's
All right,
really
so,
wearing his house jacket version of his outfit instead of the outside version of his outfit, while he's doing this. Anyway,
it's a kimono.
All right, so you were already about an hour closer when Paperboy sent you all this information. So another hour or so to get back to the Fringe within its little kind of halo out in the city. And then you have to check the socials, you have to check the website, but you see that the Golden Duck, they post their routes and they post their stopping points every day. Very, very food truck, we're going to be here from this time to this time, here to this time kind of thing. So it takes maybe another half hour then to get around the Fringe and figure out where they are and pull over and stop. So when you get there, the Golden Duck is a very long, very large, kind of oversized tour bus style vehicle. So even bigger than the Winnebago. And it is very, very fancy, very elegantly decorated. The outside of the bus is all LED panels, and it's displaying this constantly moving, very serene environment of like a koi pond with fish and plants and a waterfall in the background, like a Zen garden surrounding it, temple arches, and there's always a lone Golden Duck just swimming in circles, swimming in patterns all around. It's wrapping around one side of the bus, wrapping around to the other. It's this very gorgeous, natural art piece. And there is a pretty long line of people waiting to get in. That being said, it doesn't take that long to get through the line. But this is not a grab a burger and fries kind of place. There it is. You go in and you sit down and you enjoy the experience. There are people getting takeout. There are delivery drones flying in and out from one end of it, carrying heavy packages. But you are able to get in after a relatively short wait. It feels like forever because, you're hungry, you're still a bit hungover, you're on edge thinking about what's going on here. And you finally get inside and you see that there is like a mid aisle. Think like the middle aisle of a bus, and there's little individual booths that you can sit in. There's like a little privacy curtain you can pull between them. And you can walk into each little booth and grab a stool, and there is a touch, a hollow pad where you can place your order, and then the staff behind that. So if where you're sitting is like the middle hallway of the bus, the staff works then on the outside kind of where the windows would be if we're thinking of a bus, and they're handing you the food, serving the food through a little curtain on their side of things, and there is a little there's a recessed place to put the bowl of soup. There's a little another little recessed place where you can load in the charcoal grill, because this goes with like old school grilling. This isn't like an electric grill or an induction grill or anything. So there's a little space for a charcoal grill, and they can load the briquettes in there for you. And they bring the soup refill for a top up in like brass kettles and things like that. And there's a really big menu. You can order whatever you want. There's a wide variety of different barbecue sets you can get, different hot pots, different vegetables, different meat trays, and you are free to enjoy your meal and do what you'd like.
Dumplings.
Very good dumplings. Something you notice as you're sitting there eating. The foot traffic is very constant. Obviously, people are taking their time to enjoy the experience, but they're all very respectful of the wait. It's not like someone sits there for hours and hours and hours eating. People come in, eat their meal, enjoy it, and move on. It's a very respectful clientele. As you're sitting there, you are also seeing a not quite constant, but very steady preparation of delivery. So from the back end of the bus, there is always several drones waiting for an order pickup and flying in and out. So the takeout from this place, the to-go sets, are very, very popular.
I think, and this might be a more long-term plan if people are wanting to do more eating and things like that, but I think once the food has gotten there, Mox would like to use it as an excuse to, how many people are working in this bus?
Perfect.
So it's really hard to tell, because you don't really see the staff. When you are sitting in your little booth, there is a screen at your face, and there's a little, almost like a slot underneath that screen where they hand you your food and take away your bowls. But all you ever kind of see are the hands and the forearms of people like offering you a plate, saying thank you, taking it away, saying thank you. It's not like a waiter is coming up to you doing things. If you are ordering something else, if you're requesting a refill on soup or extra charcoal or whatnot, you're keying that into the little holo pad, and someone comes in, pulls up the little screen, hands it to you, thank you, and they move away.
Got it. Then this may be something that Mox does as we're planning on leaving after the meal.
Sure. You hear a lot of noise, though. Like there is a very calm music being played over the sound speakers, but you can hear the activity of the kitchen. You can hear the staff moving and chatting in very hushed tones with each other. You hear a lot of voices. It's not like it's not like it's a one-person food truck. This is a big operation.
Cool.
If we want to just enjoy the meal and then watch as to what's going on, if we want to do something while we're in the restaurant, what are we thinking?
Should we check for like surveillance? See if the folks that are serving have tattoos that are noticeable?
Sure. I mean, that sounds like a perception check.
Yeah, okay. Not for me! B like stumbling's too much.
I think this is such a novel experience for B. I don't think she's ever eaten this type of food or cooked at her table in this type of way. Obviously, she is used to cooking her own food, but not in this type of environment or restaurant. So this whole thing is absolutely new and so exciting. Like the concept of a hot pot where you're dunking meat in boiling soup for like a split second to cook it, and then putting the veggies and the noodles in and like making the broth so rich from all the meat you've been dunking. And at one end you can go make your own sauces. There's like a whole rack of sauce components that you can go make, and you make little bowls and bring it back to you, like if you want to mix sesame and garlic and different gingers and different peppers. So that's like a whole nother thing. Yeah, B's lost in the soup.
B is cooked with a hot pot, but not like, cooked hot pot. And also, Caleb, are you hungry right now? Because I'm hungry right now. Thank you so much.
For real.
Tell him now.
This is my one thing in Identico that I can stick with consistently.
It was the copper pot for me, and I was like, nope, I can't go back from the broth of the copper pot.
Playing to my trope over here. The one thing I'm good at. So yeah, you can enjoy your meal, take as long as you want. No one's like rushing you out the door, but you can definitely get the vibe that people are eating, enjoying, and moving on to be kind to the other guests. I will say that as you are in the restaurant, there is nothing other than the restaurant operating that jumps out at you. Right? You're enjoying the restaurant. You're seeing the restaurant operate. You're seeing people come in and out. You're seeing the deliveries. You know that from what Paperboy told you, the link is a very large order that is left for pickup, not picked up by a drone. While you have been sitting here, you have not yet seen that happen.
Are we able to tell if Luna, the owner, is here without like going around and making fools of ourselves?
That's what Mox was going to do, basically as an excuse. So if you want to look around, or if you want Mox to try to find the information, you let me know.
Mox, I already tried to roll for perception, and I am enthralled and lost in the sauce.
Yeah. Mox, give me another perception. Yeah.
Basically, Mox's plan was less about perceiving and more about sticking his head out from the curtain booth and going,
"This is phenomenal. Excuse me, is the owner of this establishment here? I wanted to give my highest compliments."
Just looking right there.
So there is a little bit of like a flurry of action in response to you, and where you are sitting, above where you would order from, there is like additional LED panels all around the inside of this, different display panels and things like that. And there is like an image slides over to you, almost like coming down the line, and you see an image of a very kind of classically beautiful woman in like a golden kimono, flowing robe, long hair pulled back, and she, in the image, said, clasps her hands together, bows her head to you. "Thank you so much for the compliment. We appreciate your patronage. We appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you for enjoying the recipes that I have perfected over the years from my family."
Is this a pre-recorded message?
I don't know. Is it? Do you continue to interact with it in any way?
Do I have the privilege of speaking with Lady Luna, owner of this fine golden duck?
there is a slight little visual glitch in the display. Yes, I am the proprietor, Lady Luna.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to greet one of your customers. I know you're very busy, but all of us just want to say how incredible your restaurant is. Truly, the pride of the Fringe.
Your words are so kind. Thank you so very much. If there is anything else you need today, please let my humble staff know. And the image...
No, wait. Oh.
Still think it was pre-recorded.
I was going to ask her where she got the kimono at, and we need new kimonos. Maybe I wear it for next fight. Also, that I would to test to see if it was pre-recorded, because that's not a normal question to ask. Is there a sake?
Yes.
I've got 2.
Fuck yeah. That's how Sam's passing her time. I mean, eating and sake.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, so we have enjoyed a meal, looked around a little bit. What are we going to do next?
I feel like we're waiting for the big delivery at this point. Like, we're stalling.
Well,
for time,
we have
maybe.
It's once a week. We have no reason to know it's happening tonight.
Yeah.
So my main thing with like seeing Lady Luna was so I know who to look for or we know who to look for if we stake out the joint.
True. We also still need to maybe go get some repairs and some body work done on the Bago. So we could go get that going and just scope out the rest of the Fringe. In a little bit of a shopping kind of montage kind of thing if we wanted to. Like, there's some of that stuff that we should probably take care of as well that we could kill some time with.
B is more than happy to work on repairing the Windy Bagel. Because this is definitely still far outside of their element.
Well, we gotta get you some supplies and stuff then at least.
Yeah, of
a
course.
shop to use. Like, that's what I figured we would end up doing is, you know, if we can find a back room shop or something like that, we'll pay them a couple souls to use their equipment. Then if you want to do some of the repairs and stuff, that's cool.
Okay.
You know,
Sweet.
Yeah, we should do some reinforcements.
Rob repairs too, maybe?
Well, yeah, we took some damage, yeah.
Most of the damage was surface level. You definitely took some big hits in the fight, but nothing was disabled, nothing was ripped off.
Yeah, we need to repair the
patch.
we gotta repair the armor and stuff like that on there. So that's some work.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we can montage this a little bit. You're able to find. There's so many repair shops all over the place, so you can, chit-chat people up for a little bit, find one that the vibe feels right, the price feels good, you like the look of the equipment. You're able to shop around a little bit for some spare parts, the scrap you need, the tools you like. While that is going on, you are able to also really just see the Fringe life going on, right? You're observing what's going on at the Gold Duck. You are seeing how it moves through the city. You're also kind of seeing the rest of the Fringe. You're seeing the different components of the Fringe, the different sectors it moves through, the different people working different types of jobs, different aspects of life. And it is remarkably similar to Solace, just in a very different approach. Solace is all about the camaraderie, the community, people supporting each other, people working together. Here in the Fringe, it's much more transactional. It's much more, I'm handing you this, I'm taking this from you, I'm giving you this, you're giving me that type of thing. And even though that vibe is different, it's still the same people. It's still trying to survive out here in the shadow of the plexes and the corporations. I'm going to say after about 2 days of keeping an eye on things, you've got the Winnebago to stay in. You don't need to, find a hotel or an inn or anything. You're doing your repairs. You're hanging out. You've been taking turns, seeing where the Golden Duck goes, seeing the clientele, and on that second day, you see that after hours, so after they have finished their final dinner service for the night, they drive to what kind of looks like an abandoned outdoor theater, almost like there's an old amphitheater arch. There's kind of like a big elevated cement stage, just a big slab, and then kind of staggered seating out in like those big step seating. And there probably used to be chairs, but there's not now. So they head over to this area, and you haven't seen them do that before. And this is after hours in the evening. They park there for a little bit, and then you see them. You see a couple workers start unloading really big crates of a whole bunch of stuff packaged up. Different bundles of things, different boxes of things. You see some steam rising off of some of them. You smell the food and the soup that you've come to know. And after 5-10 minutes of a flurry of activity, they drive away and they leave those boxes there.
Should we keep watching?
Oh, definitely.
Because we have to follow who comes to get it.
And not poison the food or steal some for snacks?
I mean...
Do you have convenient poison on your person?
I don't think anybody should be eating explosive powder.
Jesus Christ! Let's go ahead and put a little bit of C4 in with the hot pot. That's no problem.
C4 won't work unless you have a detonator. You should know that, Mops.
I'm saying we put the detonator in there too. That's what I was saying.
Those aren't edible.
Not with that
if it goes boom.
Gives a new mention to gut bomb.
I love how we went from like poison due to ingestion of something, which explosive powder would still be poisoning, but to detonating it. Anyways, yeah, we should.
That's really effective poisoning. You open your hot pot and suddenly C4 explodes. I'm just saying, you're probably dead.
Shrapnel poisoning, that's what that is.
All right, so who is on watch? Who is over here that saw this happen? Was the whole crew over there? Were we taking turns? I kind of made some assumptions in the narrative there, but I'm guessing we were taking turns and someone's over there that saw this happen. Who do we want to say that was?
Dog.
Yeah, Dog is doing his best to behave himself and be with everyone and not make a scene despite having food and booze. So,
okay.
Yes, he's keeping it together and being as observant as he can be.
All right, so you have watched this happen. You have seen this this shipment left here on the stage, and all is quiet for a little bit. There's the background noise of the fringe. There's everything happening in the evening hours out here in the desert. And of course, the Phoenix Plex is right over your shoulder. You hear all the noise and see all the light kind of bleeding out into where you're at. Some of the residual echoes of different advertisements and the roar of different modes of transportation, that kind of thing. But it's kind of, background noise, but you're used to it from coming from the Plex. And as you are sitting there, you hear the noise of people approaching. And out of the shadows, you see 3 individuals in long black leather trench coats, big old like knee-high boots covered in zippers and spikes, probably like 3-inch heels, multiple studded spiked belts hanging at their waists at jaunty angles.
Oh, it's the Kiss cosplayers. Very nice.
I'm trying real hard not to profile right now. But
don't insult Kiss like that.
And they walk over to the packages, the pile of packages. They check them out. And then one of them kind of makes a waving motion over to the shadows, and you see like a little, for lack of a better term, it's like a table drone, like a 4-legged drone that's just like a flat table surface, and it's just coming over to them on remote, and they start putting the boxes on top of it, load it all up, and they are getting ready to head off into the night.
Okay. Am I the only one that's seeing this? Am I keeping watch?
Yes. I think we established that it was Dog's turn for watch when he saw this happen.
Okay. I mean, I'll have, pretended to be on my glow playing Snake.
Sure.
During all that. And send a message or speak into my glow. It's like the bogey. The bogey is here. Boxes in the air. The cubes are flying. Heart, smoking man, send.
And all of our glows, like 20 feet away, go off.
And I think with that happening in the night here, maybe this is where we're gonna pause and end this episode and see what happens next time.
I could have made a smoke signal, but
that is where we are gonna draw episode 12.
Well, what do we do now? What do we do now?
Thank you all, players. Thank you in the chat for being here. Thank you, future audiences on the YouTubes and the podcasts. Let's move into So Longs, hear from our lovely cast about who they are, where they can be found on the interwebs, what they're doing, whatever they want to talk about. We'll start with Mallo.
You can find me everywhere at the Mallo Man. You can find out everything that we're doing here for the game and everything that I'm doing in real life for what I talk about. Yeah, keep up there. More to come.
And Wild.
You can find me on top of a ladder polishing bronzes. Because
That
it's
is
that
not a
simple.
euphemism.
I mean,
It could
sometimes
be.
if there is a Botero over on a street corner in Seattle I do have to take care of from time to time. Anyways, if you know, you know. Otherwise, my nose is in a book. I'm doing stuff. I'm making things, and I'll see you around on the interwebs, folks.
Pete.
you can find me in the void, off in the darkness, in space, and at the Mallo Man on all platforms. And also, you can sometimes find me at Caleb G. The Caleb G. Yeah, Yeah. Sorry, I had to check with you what my handle was. I forget sometimes. It just logs in. I just open it.
It's just automatic. Yeah, you save it.
It's just automatic.
Yeah.
I'm doing cool stuff. So check me out there, and we'll see you guys next time.
Lauren.
Hi, I'm on Thousand Faces Cosplay on Instagram, as well as 95% Lauren if you like the cheeky side of things. I'm also over on Thousand Faces TTRPG here on Twitch, more often than not. Or I'm here. I'm usually always rolling dice or receding back into my persona of Witcher trash. So find me there, I think. Okay, bye.
And Ethan.
In addition to what Lauren said, you can find my D&D and TTRPG content at the Buff DM pretty much anywhere. And if you need another actual play to listen to, consider Go Buff Yourself, which has some teasers up for our new project, Lords of Sin, including the introduction of Mallo's character, Lorin. So please go check that out. You will not regret it.
If you know anything about Forgotten Realms, Lauren, like that, you'll know how bonkers crazy we've already made this. And we're pre-recording many episodes at a time so we can release them as they go. And I can already tell you the recording sessions have been spicy.
And I am on your socials at the Caleb G. You can find me right here for all things Identico, here and there with Farm to Fable, and taking up a lot of space in the archives of the RPG Academy. Speaking of which, as a reminder, Acadecon 2025 will be happening November 7th to 9th in Dayton, Ohio, barring unforeseen collapses of society. More details on that as events are continued to be confirmed, and ticket sales will be opening soon. Save those dates if you enjoy a regional con that is focused on recreating the environment of just friends hanging out. It's just there's 600 of your friends hanging out, having a great time. That is it for today. We will see you in the cyber future for another cyber game. Good night. We love you. Take your meds, eat a snack, drink your water, touch some grass, take care of yourself. Please stay safe. Do whatever it takes to stay safe and calm in this ongoing situation that we are all in. Always remember that no one is free while others are oppressed, and we will see you next time. We love you. Goodbye.
Mwah.